Oh,
Ben, what's up, baby? Everything good?
Hey, welcome.
I appreciate a little housewarming gift.
Hey, good looking out. You know I'm always rapping. Ooh, I don't have this colorway.
Now you don't. That's why I brought it.
Just perfect.
Definitely, brother. Appreciate it. Come on, thank you, man. Appreciate it. How's it going, guys? Zach King here, checking with Resid3ncy. We have Ben and Natalia Harris. They're going to show us this beautiful home. They have a huge experience in Las Vegas real estate market here in Las Vegas. So some of the changes that they've seen, the growth and development, and I'm excited to be here. So kind of bring us up to speed, Ben. I mean, you tell me. We've been
happy to have you.
Likewise.
Yeah, we've been out here for the past 20 years doing it all, coming from entertainment, headlining show at the Mirage, nightlife marketing, doing her thing. Now we just collabed all our talents, and now we're providing this unique unicorn product. Right here is our latest luxury renovation, 1 acre compound, 2 houses totaling 6,000 feet between the both of them. No HOA, grandfathered in here, Southern Highland Master Plan community. And talk about a unicorn. We just hit the market the first day, first showing. Man. They sending in offers left and right. You would think it's 2021 again, but when you know your product, know your buyer, that's gonna happen.
For sure.
We like to choose really special properties. We don't want to just renovate anything.
Yep.
I mean, in Vegas, it's really hard to find a big piece of land.
For sure.
So we really try to find a property that gives somebody the privacy, the space. We're looking for that unique buyer that really wants something modern, really cool, but then at the same time has that unique land that you don't get in Vegas.
For sure, and I think that's so important because with Resid3ncy in our hats, you know, we've tried to touch on the trends and the styles and creating that unique fashion, and you guys have done it in the real estate market, and it's been really successful from what I've seen. So excited to show the house. I mean, you guys are gonna show me around.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited to see what you guys have done.
Let's do it.
For sure.
So the good thing is, this crazy thing is, so just 9 months ago, since we live in Southern Highlands down the street, we saw this hit the market, and it's crazy because he listed it and it hit it late, like around noon. So we missed everyone looking in the morning. Since we live down the street, we dropped everything, rushed down here.
I'm with it.
Like at 12, we were here at 12:05. We had the offer and we jumped on it because we knew it was such a unicorn. There was a lot of work that needed to be done, and we did it. Removed some walls, opened it up, put in this 20-foot pocket slider so that money shot right when you walk in, right at the backyard. That was just a wall right there. So much we did, and we knew it would do its thing.
Yeah, we took, I mean, it had the bones, it had the high ceilings, it had, you know, an amazing, like, all the great, like, appliances, you know, all the things, like, built-in sound systems, just all the, like, little things, but then it just didn't look right. So, you know, we came in here, we, you know, treated it like fashion, really.
For sure.
Like, it's kind of like designing, just like designing the house, and we like to think of it that way.
For sure,
so,
lifestyle.
You know, for me, just like in fashion, I like to mix like textures and feels. So we took like a more like traditional feel with like the herringbone tile, but then we combined it with like really modern like acoustic paneling and some of the more modern like tiles and finishes.
Yeah, we call that the fly cow print. You know, we make up names of the stuff when we're doing it. Like we put that cow print, you got the little black spots. You know, you're not seeing this. You will be seeing this. Everything Natalia does, you see people follow it, and that's all her. You know, I'm not gonna take the shine in that. I knew the Acre compound because we were looking for ourselves. We know this didn't exist, but then she put her touch on it. A really cool thing she likes to say is we got a Destiny's Child in. What that means is, even though Destiny's Child, when they were the 3 members, they were not all wearing the same outfit, but maybe they had like cow print here, then, you know, Beyonce would have the cow print here. You have the textures just on different places of each person in the group. So that's what we're doing here. If you notice, we got the ribbon wood here, got the fly cow print here, but then you peek into the primary, and then you got the ribbon wood, but like, in a different way. But then over here, you got the black that you saw outside. So you're like, oh, it's tying it in. Now the black, and I remember that outside, you'll see in a different room, it's like the same materials and textures, just all mixed up. So it all flows, but not exactly the same.
Now, you mentioned that term unicorn. What do you mean by that? Like from a real estate, I mean, I know what the word means, but like from a real estate standpoint, like for as a buyer, why is it, I'm assuming it's a good thing, right? I mean, you tell me.
Let's just say this, so since there's no HOA, and Southern Highlands has a very strict HOA, which is great because it's so beautiful, master plan community, this is the only black roof you're gonna see in Southern Highlands. That's the point with no HOA, we could do our thing, so it just doesn't exist. This is the only 1 acre compound, no HOA in Southern Highlands. We know that because that's why we jumped on it. Once it goes, like, man, they're trying to close really quick. I'm glad we're getting this interview.
No, I get it. I understand.
There's gonna be no other 1 acre compound in Southern Highlands, maybe ever in history.
Totally.
So.
If you want to live in Southern Highlands now, you kind of have to abide by the rules. So no RVs, no boats, you know, all that stuff is like out of the question.
Exactly.
Whereas here, it's like, bring all your toys.
Totally.
Yeah, there's room.
No,
you can still build. You can build a football field, basketball court, a whole RV garage, and there's already the 2 structures, 2 homes.
And I think that's a huge advantage for buyers, right? It's like, hey, I'm already buying this $1 million property. Now I got all these rules. Like I've already paid to hopefully have the freedom. But no, definitely, I get it.
And knowing your buy box too, and it's cool because we just we're kind of always creating for ourselves because like you, like this demographic, this age group, the coming into money, one to not waste it, one to spend it right, but then understanding they might not want to spend all this money. We love McDonald Highlands, for instance, or even Southern Highlands Golf Club. You know, the yards might not be that big, but maybe you want to look at the golf course. But if you don't and you just want a big yard, this is all you're gonna find in Southern Highlands for sure.
Okay, definitely.
It's like that young money, young professionals.
For sure.
You know, people like they would like the second building because they're thinking about doing a podcast studio there.
Mastermind.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe you want guests, but you don't want them staying with you. You want them close, but not that close, right?
Yeah.
I get it. So you obviously talked about the renovations. Show us some more of the renovations.
Yeah, go ahead and do your thing. You lead the way.
Bathroom for sure, the ladies area.
Yeah, the primary, we wanted to make it like very like spa-like, very like zen feel. So that's why in, you know, the bedroom we did like very like the dark, you know, walls because the room itself was really light.
Right.
So we did like the black walls with the wood paneling, giving that like very like organic zen feeling. And then we kind of extended it to the primary. So I wanted to combine some textures here too. So, you know, I love the white Carrera marble look. I feel like that's really timeless and classy. But then we went ahead and then found that matching like wood look tile, which you don't really see.
Beautiful.
Which is funny, everyone's like, you can't put wood in a shower. I'm like, that's actually tile.
Yeah.
Like, only one place that allows it. And I was like, I'm in love with it.
Dope.
But we kind of wanted to create like a little nice little zen area for the soaking tub too. That's a little separate from the shower. But overall, again, just give it that Destiny's Child like mixture of textures.
And explain how this might look new, but you see how it just flows right in. It doesn't stop. You're not stepping into the shower, it separates the tile, and then the shower tile is just constant flow.
Yeah, even though you see curbless showers a lot, you don't really see the main floor extending all the way through the bathroom. And I just really wanted to make it seamless. Like really, like your whole primary retreat is just a resort vibe. Like, you know, seamless. You just walk in from your bed to your tub and just, you know, don't even feel like
I love it. Super intimate, man.
And they got the ambient lighting here.
You killed it.
You got it all around. Got the little circles you'll see in the kitchen. We're going with the circle vibe.
no one's old in this shower.
Okay.
Everyone gets their own.
I love it. It's dope, man.
Yeah, a couple notes. At first, that shower head was too far over, so the step was there. We gotta lose the step. No, we can't lose the step because otherwise you'd have been like Captain Morgan over here trying to. Yeah, so we just moved it all over. And another funny thing is this fly light right here is how I actually got for the entrance. We're like, well, it's way too small. So we're like, but it's perfect right here.
It's like, honey, I shrunk the light.
This is amazing.
Yeah, with the black standalone tub, you got the window. So yeah, zen, spa, organic vibes for sure.
Definitely. Well, my wife is gonna kill me if we don't check out the kitchen. Let's check out the kitchen. Yeah, 100%.
Let me show real quick.
For sure.
So you can show, like, this is all. As we were looking around, we always wanted to find something with the primary retreat. We're like, I love how you just step right out of your room, like wake up, get some coffee, step right into the pool if you want to hit some laps in the morning. And we just love this access, so we added this slider here. This was just a window.
Okay.
Crucial addition.
Yeah.
So on our way to the kitchen, so at first there was a whole wall here separating. So this wasn't even a usable room. You just walked in, there was a wall there was a window so you could see the nice paradise, but you had to make a right turn, come over here. They had a wall here that was here and the TV was here, so they're completely separated and that was not even used. We opened it all up and now we love it. It's all single story, high ceilings, 10 foot. And look, literally, staging is crucial too. Before you put the furniture in, it sometimes looks a little small. Then you put the furniture and you're like, whoa, we could fit 2 living rooms and then all this open space. So it's important for the buyer. You always want to leave open space. Like they always have a grand piano. Maybe they have a pool table. They have something that's valuable to them. You gotta let them say, oh, this is where I'll put whatever.
There you go.
If you fill it up too much, they're like, but I can't fit this one. Literally, they can move that and put it.
They don't
have the vision.
No, 100%. That's huge. Even with fashion, we realize you literally have to dress people. You know, we can put fits together, but a lot of people can't do that. So same thing in real estate. Now, one key point, I mean, you guys are kind of like in I'm so impressed. You obviously have a huge, grip on the real estate market, but you're doing so many renovations, right, that obviously are so beautiful. Kind of talk to people about how do you gauge, because at the end of the day, this is a business, right? So how do you gauge the renovations as to, hey, how can we sell this property versus maybe getting an ROI on your investment type deal? Just for maybe a new person that's just getting into this. Okay, I see this, but I don't know really how to make this cost effective.
Yeah, explain that, because we have learned our lessons when we go outside of our buy box just because someone else is saying it's a great deal and you'll kill it, but if it's not our neighborhood or our demographic or our buyer, we don't know for sure. You got to stick to your buy box.
Yeah, I think it's important to know who the buyer is, because you can renovate a property, but if you over renovate it and over improve it and make it way outside of your target buyer's price point, then there's no point.
No.
So in some properties, it's like that. So that's why we try to choose the properties where it's like, we know who the buyer is, we know what they're looking for, and there's just nothing ready turnkey for them, and then we create it. And still, even so, we kind of know, okay, in this area, for this demographic, this is our cap at what we can sell the price. And no matter how much I want to spend, like $50 a square foot on tile,
you can't do it. No, 100%.
You have to
that
know
budget.
like what your budget is and really stick to it. So that's the hardest thing. But sometimes, I always like to pad a little bit on my budget. I have a little cushion. That way, as stuff changes, stuff pops up through construction.
Totally.
And have that.
And at the end of the day, you have to gauge that because construction costs might go up. And then, especially I know y'all probably saw a lot of that during pandemic when supply chain issues. We had the same thing with, supply chain was only certain materials and the cost materials went up. So you have to gauge that. So that's good to know, especially for those new people getting in the real estate game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
all right.
Let's talk about this kitchen. So look, Sub-Zero, Thermador appliances. This has everything. The warming drawer, just everything. Look at just this, all this cool little stuff. You just pop out, boom. I got the cutting board right here.
That you wouldn't even think about. All the great built-in.
Ready to go.
And everything you got. You're ready for your knife blocks.
Yeah, I love this. So you're cooking, you pull this out. So basically what you do, you get knife blocks. So you just grab them right out, chef just cooking. These are huge, everything's soft close.
Yeah, this is amazing.
And then this is what I was talking about with the circular theme we got going on. So you'll notice the lights. See, these cans we got the circle vibes going. So that's all connecting. We got the shelves above with the lighting. So that's real exciting.
Yeah, you've got marble on the backsplash, granite counters. You got your party sink. That way, if you're entertaining and stuff, you got the drinks going over there.
2 dishwashers. I love when one just see, it's like camouflage, just looks like a drawer. We got another dishwasher when you're at this sink. I love this view window too, just looking, a beautiful day in my compound. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna chill today? And then you got one over there by the party sink too. So if you're over here watching the game, you're still over here in the mix. So you got 2 options.
And then you still got that same Destiny's Child vibe here, because you got the black with just the little touches of the wood that matches the paneling. So we just try to tie it in all throughout the house, just like a little.
And it's super efficient. How we met, I was in the restaurant business first, right? So it's almost like you can have a bunch of cooks in here, nobody stepping on anybody's toes, right? And everybody kind of has their own little station. So for parties and stuff like that, it can really entertain nicely.
Yeah, and this is a dope feature too. So obviously the focus is out there with the resort vibes, but we like to call this the little restaurant over here on the side. So this is really cool because it's right off the kitchen, and it's a whole little restaurant right here. You got the cover patio, you got the table, you got the fire pit. So it's almost like a cantina. You got a little wine night over here separate from if you got people chilling using the pool. A little date night on the side.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So much land, so much usable land. All the light, I love this. We have the up lights throughout the entire resort. So at night, everything just glowing. Got a walk path to the back house that's glowing. The front is all lit up. Very resort-like.
Yeah, that's one thing that's really nice to find when you're doing a renovation is a house that already has some of these things. Because imagine 1 acre to do all hardwired lighting. That alone is probably going to cost you like $10K. So things like that is awesome that this house already had, because really we just had to make it pretty. It had all the bones in there.
Now the last thing I want to touch on is the HOA aspect, right? Like I just said, man, if I'm already giving you $2-3 million for this house, it's kind of a pain to have to pay that HOA. That's kind of what turns me off about the condos on the strip, right? Even if I were to buy a condo at Turnberry or wherever, I still have this HOA, right? So kind of talk about I do see the benefits why they're trying to keep the uniformity of the community, but then as a buyer, it's like, man, I done gave you $3 million and I can't even park my boat. I can't. So kind of talk, if this house did have an HOA, what would it be? what would the cost be so people can kind of understand, like, hey, maybe the advantages or disadvantages of it?
Yeah, back to it being a unicorn. So this just little street that was carved in was here before the rest of the master plan community was built around it. So even though literally this house and everyone next to it has to follow the HOA guidelines, this one little street doesn't. So they're gonna be mad when they see that black roof over their wall. But go ahead and explain, if they were doing an HOA, what it would cost and what that means and what you can't do.
Yeah, so if you're in Southern Highlands, sometimes you even have multiple HOAs.
Man.
So there's like a master plan for all of Southern Highlands, which is $85 a month. It's not bad, but it's literally just because you're within the boundaries. And then each community has an HOA.
And that might vary depending on.
Yeah, in the golf club, you know, it's over $300, and some of the other communities, you know, in the Cove, it's $65. So it just kind of depends on what amenities they offer. And sometimes HOAs have benefits too. Like some of them like have community pools, community like clubhouses and things like that. But then definitely rules like, you know, don't forget to close your garage at night or you're already getting like a little warning.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but with this community here, what's nice is you still have all the benefits of all the awesome parks and all the activities around Southern Highlands. But you have none of the restrictions and none of the fees associated. With
and I feel with this street right here, you gotta live on. It's so private. You gotta live here. I mean, like you down this street, you come to see somebody, you're going home. So 100%. Well, I appreciate you guys showing me around. It's a beautiful home, man. I know you guys are really excited about everything you've done here. You should be definitely proud. I'm gonna go listen to some Destiny's Child when I go home. My mama's already asked me for Beyonce tickets, so hopefully we can get that going.
No,
I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely. Always a pleasure, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, Natalia.
Thanks.
For sure.
I'm definitely not hating on HOA. It is a good thing when you have houses and neighbors right next to you. A lot of rules with the HOA means you can't just park on the street. You can't park boats on the street, so it keeps your streets looking clean. But this is a unicorn because it doesn't matter here because this is on a private street, private cul-de-sac. Nobody can park anyway. Otherwise, they up on your property. So this is like a win-win. No HOA, but no one can park and make your street look ugly anyway, and you got your own compound, own private paradise.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Look at that grass, though. I just want yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sold after just one day on the market.
Yep, when you know your buy box, it doesn't matter what the market does. We bought this just 9 months ago. Now we're selling it for almost $1 million more than what we bought it for.